Hello, so yes, we're back again with another video. It's FA Cup weekend. I love FA Cup weekend, me. FA Cup third round. It's always a great time of the season. Memories of years ago, when I was a kid and watching the cup final. It was like an all-day event. The build-up before the game, watching the coaches. Travel to Wembley was always great to watch on a Saturday. And times have changed. Unfortunately, things are a little bit different now. And teams tend to play weaker teams, if you like. The magic of the FA Cup is kind of somewhat gone, I think. But for me, it's still always a great day in the season, and always will be. I still watch the cup final, avidly. Doesn't matter who's in it. It's still a special day for me. So I will move onto the Montgomery Waters Meadows Stadium, where we play Shrewsbury this weekend. Not going to be an easy game, but I think we'll go down there with a strong squad. But they are managed by Steve Cotterill, as you know, was in that ill-fated time in our history when Howard Wilkinson was manager and he was assistant manager. I think they lasted something like 27 games. Were relegated from the Premier League, and it was a really terrible time. So he didn't last long, but he's gone on to have a decent career. He had a few clubs since he left us, and now he finds himself at Shrewsbury. They're not doing that well. I think they're about 16th in League One. They're struggling. They have lost the last 3 games. Having said that, they've had 3 red cards in the last 3 games. 2 of them which have been overturned. I think they've been shafted a little bit by referees over the last few weeks. Prior to that, they had won the previous 3 games, so they were on a bit of a good run. But now they've lost the last 3, but possibly circumstances out of their control a little bit. They have got some ex-Sunderland famous faces in the team. Obviously, we know Tom Flanagan's there, Carl Winchester's there, and Aidan O'Brien's there as well. Now, I've looked at a little bit of a history, of how they've been doing this season, and I can see, Tom Flanagan's been doing rather well with him. He's been man of the match for quite a few of the games. However, on Steve Cotterill's press conference yesterday, I don't think he's going to be playing. Said his words were, it doesn't look too good at the moment for Tom Flanagan, so I'm guessing he's not going to be playing. Winnie Esther can't play because obviously he's on loan from us, so he can't play. And Aidan O'Brien, from what I can see, he's not scored for them yet and not played that many games. So typical Sunderland, it'll be Sod's Law that he plays tomorrow, and sticks a couple in. Let's hope not. We know on his day he can be a decent player, but we didn't really see any. Did we see the best of him when he was at Sunderland? I was very in and out. I think he scored a hat-trick, didn't he, at Blackpool or something in the League Cup, or in the League Cup maybe last year before. But apart from that, he didn't really do much. But as we know, ex-Sunderland players, they love coming back to bite us on the arse. So he might possibly be the only one that's involved tomorrow. But it's going to be a tough game. I think, but we're going to go there with a strong team, like I've said. Listening to Tony Mowbray's press conference yesterday, we've got 8 or 9 players out, so there's not going to be that many changes, I wouldn't have thought. So this is what I think, potentially the team might be tomorrow, to give some of the fringe players, if you like, a game. So I think we'll have Alex Bass will probably come in for a game in goal. I think we'll probably keep the same back 3 because there's not really anybody else we can play, unless there's somebody that becomes off the treatment table that can slot in. So I think we're going to have the back 3 of Ballard, Wright and O'Nien, even though I'd like to see O'Nien given a rest, but needs must, I'm afraid. And I think Tri-Hume will continue at right back. I've got a feeling that he might play Leon Dejaku as a left wing back and give him a game. In the middle, I think we might see a Jay Matete given the game alongside Michu to keep his progression going. I think you might see Abdullah Bar playing just in front of them two, and then maybe it's a front two of Jewison, Bennett and Diallo, Ahmad. I know Tony Mowbray said in his press conference yesterday that Ross Stewart's been to see him and said he wants to play, but will we risk him, in an FA Cup game if he gets injured tomorrow? Will we, without a centre forward in the league? Obviously we know the league's more important, so I've got a feeling he'll not play me, probably be on the bench. And I think we'll have Ahmad and Bennett. Be nice to see them. Ahmad getting a run out. I think he's been a bit badly done to it, if I'm honest. I think I'd like to see him play a lot more games than he has, or at least been given a bit more opportunity off the bench. I know he's just come back from the World Cup, but let's hope he can play tomorrow and grab his chance. Substitutes, you'll probably see Patterson, Gooch, Neil, Rigg. I think Chris Rigg, who he said is going to be on the bench and given his debut at some point, which would be great to see. He's comes highly rated. I think Man U or something are looking at him. I think he's been rated 2.5 to 3 million quid. Obviously would like to see him stay, but if we know the club, if that sort of money comes in, then we'll probably let him go. We did that with Sam Greenwood, who went to Leeds. But hopefully we'll get a glimpse of him tomorrow and see what he's like. And obviously Pat Roberts, Jack Clark and Ross go on the bench. So we're going to go in there, I think, and feel a strong team. Certainly it should be good enough to see of Shrewsbury. Score predictions, I think we'll go there and win. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to us. I'm not too concerned if we lose the game. We go out of the cup. I'd love a cup run. I think we all love a cup run. But where we are in the league with the injuries we have, I think I'd like to see everybody just come back fit and concentrate on it in the league and see if we can kick on and have that playoff spot secured and kick on. But we'll see. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you like to see us go on a cup run, or would you like to see us out early and focus on the league? So that's the review. There's now your thoughts and your score predictions in the comments below. A couple of other bits of news. Obviously, we know Ellis Sims has gone back to Everton. Now Kristjaan Speakmans did a half-season review yesterday, where he's looking at having a conversation with Everton before the end of the window with the option to try and get him to come back. If Everton get a couple of players in or things change, we might see him back at the club. I did see on my video for SAFC Fan TV yesterday that I just hope that we don't put all our eggs in one basket and pin our hopes on him coming back and then end up shooting ourselves in the foot and only end up with Ross Stewart. So keep an eye on that one. Rumours flying about Ross Stewart apparently supposed to have signed his contract. Again, only rumours at this stage, but there's rumours of 12.5 grand contract being signed, but again, there's nothing come out of the club. It's just rumours at this stage. It was all over Twitter yesterday. Whether it's just people trying to stir the shite and that sort of stuff, we never know. Until it's actually confirmed by the club, then like I said, it's I wouldn't believe it. A few players we've been linked with, and we've been heavily linked with Sam Sturridge from Nottingham Forest, and Johnson Clark-Harris from Peterborough. Two players who I think will probably come and do a job. Some of the Nottingham Forest fans were raving about him in the Championship last season. So he did a really good job for them. Not a prolific goal scorer, but apparently his all-round play is really good. He's big, he's tall as well, so he would fit the way we play. Another name that was mentioned today was Jamal Lowe from Bournemouth. He's been linked, but again, we're probably going to be linked with every striker who's available under the sun, really. We're now the major now. We need a striker. Anybody who's potentially becomes available will be linked with us. But until I see them with a scarf picture, or we hear them in talks, then they're all just rumours at this stage. Tomorrow is a sellout. No tickets available. The Millwall tickets have gone on sale as well, or will be going on sale from Monday. So everything's on there on the site for what you need points wise and how much the tickets are. And that's basically it. Let us know your thoughts on the game tomorrow. Watch out for the match review after after the match tomorrow. Hopefully we're through to the 4th round. Anything else that's came out today? Like I say, no, there'll be an away day guide on the Shrewsbury game tomorrow. I'll drop it in the comments or in the description below. Like it always is there for anybody travelling down. Like I say, we have got quite a following. I think the stadium only holds 10,000, and it'll probably feel like a home game to us tomorrow. Even Steve Cockrell kind of said our fans are noisy wherever we go, so it'll be just like a home game. Hopefully, you know, a decent lineup, strong performance from some of the fringe players that'll be looking to stake a claim for the league for Swansea the week after. But as always, you know, if you are travelling down there, you know, have a safe trip. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-da.